Imagine winning a battle and helping win a war without firing a single shot. No real tanks, no real troops, just inflatable decoys, fake radio chatter, and stagecraft so convincing. It persuaded Hitler's generals that a massive army was coming somewhere else. The Ghost Army, officially the U.S. 23rd Headquarters Special Troops, was a top-secret deception unit activated in January 1944. Its mission: to trick Nazi Germany into thinking Allied invasion forces were anywhere but Normandy. It was the world's first mobile, multimedia tactical deception unit, blending art, theater, sound, and radio to wage war through illusion. Formed by planners Ralph Ingersoll and Billy Harris, under Colonel Harry L. Reeder, the 23rd was given 1,100 men, many hand-picked from art schools, advertising agencies, and Hollywood makeup studios. Their unit split into 4 components: the 603rd Camouflage Engineers, in charge of visual deception and inflatable decoys; the Signal Company Special, who dealt with radio mimicry; the 3132 Signal Service Company, who worked with sonic deception; and the 406th Engineer Combat Company, in charge of security and construction. The timing was critical. In early 1944, Allied commanders had to conceal their true invasion plans. Operation Fortitude, part of the broader D-Day plan, relied heavily on deception to mislead Hitler into expecting landings at Pas de Calais. That's where the Ghost Army came in, to give the illusion of a huge phantom army. FUSAG, the 1st United States Army Group, commanded by General Patton. The 603rd Engineers used inflatable rubber tanks, trucks, artillery, and even faux landing craft to create mock encampments visible to German reconnaissance aircraft. These could be inflated in hours and moved at night, perfect for staged aerial recon photography. When aerial photos revealed these units, German photo interpreters saw division-sized formations. Even Churchill famously laughed at seeing a canvas Sherman tank carried away by 4 soldiers because it weighed nothing. In parallel, the 3,132 unit deployed sound trucks loaded with powerful speakers. Pre-recorded noises, tank engines, marching boots, hammers banging, echoed across fields to simulate massive troop movements. The sounds carried up to 15 miles, and one of the craftiest tools: spoof radio traffic. Signal Company special operators impersonated other units' radio nets, mimicking their operators' habits and Morse code quirks. They created fake message traffic and chatter that convinced German intercepts that divisions were operating where they weren't. German propagandist Axis Sally even reported that Allied forces were preparing in areas where no real troops existed. Starting May 1944, shortly before D-Day, the Ghost Army activated along the Kent and Essex coasts. They inflated visuals, broadcast traffic, and staged fake radio chatter to represent FUSAG. German intelligence believed the main invasion would land at Pas de Calais, delaying the redeployment of troops from that area even after Normandy landings began. This ruse held German forces in Calais for 7 weeks, long after D-Day, ensuring Allied troops faced lighter resistance in Normandy. As Allied armies pushed east, the Ghost Army moved as well. Operation Brittany in July 1944 simulated a threat to Brittany, drawing German attention and easing General Patton's breakout. Operation Betemborg in September 1944 held a weak flank along the Moselle River with deception, allowing Patton's forces to attack Metz. The Battle of the Bulge in December 1944 executed radio-only deception to distract German forces away from Bastogne. The Ghost Army's greatest mission came March 1945. Operation Viersen. Ahead of the Allied crossing of the Rhine, they deployed hundreds of inflatables, staged phony headquarters, broadcasted sound and radio traffic, projecting to 9th Army divisions preparing to cross elsewhere. German forces moved their defenses away from the real crossing location. As a result, the 9th Army crossed with minimal resistance, saving thousands of lives and shortening the war. Captured German documents later confirmed the deception had worked exactly as planned. Members of the Ghost Army described life as a traveling theatrical troupe. They performed nightly, moving props, rigging tents, inflating tanks under darkness, rehearsing fake commanders, broadcasting scripts. Famous veterans include artists Bill Blass, Ellsworth Kelly, and Art Kane. Many went on to shape post-war American art and fashion. One soldier said, "We were told we were going to be using inflatable equipment when we were in effect a rubber army." Another added, "There was not enough showmanship. We must remember we are playing to an attentive radio, ground, and aerial audience." The unit slogged through more than 20 operations across France, Belgium, Luxembourg, Germany, and even Italy via the 3,133rd Unit. 3 Ghost Army soldiers were killed in action. Around 30 wounded. The estimates now say their actions saved between 15,000 and 30,000 Allied lives. But for nearly 50 years, their mission remained classified. Veterans were bound by oath not to tell, even to their families. So similar tactics could be reserved for the Cold War. The story finally broke in a 1985 Smithsonian article, followed by Rick Bayer's 2013 documentary and 2015 book. In March 2024, surviving Ghost Army veterans finally received the Congressional Gold Medal, America's highest civilian honor. Their work was hailed as saving thousands of lives and shaping modern military artifice. At the ceremony, veterans who are now centenarians described how they put on a big production, posing as generals, sewing fake patches, spinning decoys in cafe conversations to mislead German spies. The Ghost Army redefined the art of war. Today's deception units, psychological ops, electronic warfare, cyber illusory campaigns all trace back to their blueprint. Their creative genius tactics, visual, sonic, radio, are still taught at military academies. Their story reminds us, warfare isn't just bullets. Sometimes it's smoke, mirrors, and imagination. The Ghost Army's invisible weapons saved lives and helped end a war, not with firepower, but with flair. They were artists who fought with sketchbooks, actors who performed deception under fire, technicians who built cat-and-mouse illusions, knowing the audience was the enemy's intelligence services. It offers a profound lesson. Sometimes creativity is more powerful than carnage. The pen, or paintbrush, can indeed be mightier than the gun. This is the story of the Ghost Army that fooled Hitler. The 1,100 men who built a rubber army, staged fake divisions, broadcast illusions, and helped win World War II. Let me know which deception operation baffled you most. Comment your thoughts, smash that like button if this blew your mind, and subscribe for more untold tales from history.